Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. And to all the beautiful mothers out there watching us, happy Mother's Day. Chappie, how you feeling this morning?
I'm great. Happy Mother's Day to all, and excited. This is the Elite Eight starting today. Is that correct, George?
That's right. We started now. We're down to 8 players, 8 of the finest, and just 3 more wins. We'll crown a champion and give that person $1,000. So pretty exciting to start round 3. And we got 2 great contestants here. Nicole Newlist is happier than ever because it really looks like Arlington Park. There's like a light at the end of the tunnel, Nicole.
I have got my fingers crossed. I am hoping that somebody will keep this place running as a racetrack because, I mean, it's Chicago. We're big enough to have 2 horse tracks, and I would really love to be able to keep coming out here in the summer, keep hanging out at Hawthorne in the spring and the fall, and that would be so great if an ownership group pops up and buys this place and keeps it as a horse track. Like, I can't imagine this place being anything else. I mean, I'm gonna turn my computer. Like, look out the window here. Like,
oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Isn't it great? Like, it's beautiful.
Georgie, that is the most beautiful building. It's unbelievable, the facility alone. It's just incredible. I used to go there so many times. Nicole, way back in the day on Fridays, they used to have the 3 o'clock post, and they had over on the lawn, they'd have a band playing, and we'd
Party in the Park. Yeah.
Party in the Park. Yeah. Done that a few times, George. I'm going down memory lane with my mother.
They're not having Party in the Park this year due to, COVID regulations. But back before there was a plague, it was always nice because about once a month they'd have Party in the Park after dark, and they'd keep stuff going in the park until like 10 o'clock at night. And it was always real fun. Like when we wrapped up with all the work we were doing during the races, we could go over there and drink some beer and dance and just catch up. And it's so much fun. I miss Party in the Park after dark.
Oh, me too.
And it was so dismal there for a while. It looked like it was a done deal. Arlington was going down, and then I guess Arlington was just doing the rope or dope, and now it looks like there's some exciting news there. So hopefully, because when I think Chicago racing, I mean obviously Arlington is a track that comes to mind and a beautiful facility, and you do a great job working out there as well, Nicole. Chappie, who you got? Who's Nicole going to beat today? I need to know the name of who Nicole's going to beat today.
Before I get to my guest, George, you look very sharp today. You look like a crooner back in the day.
There you go. It's Mother's Day, and we got a lot of promotions going on here. Before we get to Benny South Street over there, I'm going to be walking around the track, and I'm going to be giving out some flowers. I got some roses here. Giving out some flowers to some of our guests that are having a party and look like they're having a good time. Also, we got a special contest, social media driven. So on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, if you take a picture of yourself, you got to be on track. Take a picture of yourself and put the hashtag Mother's Day 2021. At 2 o'clock, we're going to pick one of those, and you're going to get like a VIP tour with Iggy Puglisi. So it's going to be fun. So take a picture. It's fun of yourself at the track, enjoying Mother's Day. Make sure you put the hashtag at Mother's Day 2021. And really, Mother's Day, Father's Day, a great day to spend at the track. Right, Chappie?
It sure is. And I got a quick story to tell you before I get to Benny. But so I think it was maybe Tuesday, I called my dad, and my parents live in Indiana. And I said, I'm going to send Mom some flowers for Mother's Day. And my mom heard it in the background, and she said, don't send the flowers. I'd rather split a pick 5. So,
nice.
So Mom and I are going to bet a pick 5 today for Mother's Day.
That's my present.
And she was like, I don't want the flowers. Let's do a pick 5. Let's fire. So we're firing today. So speaking of firing, my man Benny South Street from TripNoPros.com is here. Benny, what's going on? You look semi-refreshed after, you rarely sleep. How you doing?
Man, I'm fresh. I didn't handicap until this morning, but got a good night's sleep and put in a good solid hour for this card. So ready to go. Feeling good.
Now, before we get started here, Benny, I got one stat I looked up. Nicole, off of 3 days rest, is only hitting at a 2% clip. She just won the other day. So when Nicole wheels right back, not good. So the odds are in our favor that we're going to win here. So
love the stats. You got to put that on the stats race lens.
Small sampling, but just let you know.
Nicole won so easy. It didn't take anything out of her. She just won easy. So she's like right back. Like it was like a workout. It was like a workout. Now, let's see, is the real race.
Paid workout. I'm ready. I'm fresh. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, the lead with
Jim Bennis texting me. What the hell is going on? All right, let's get it started, buddy.
All right, here we go. We're going to start the Mother's Day card off. We need to make some money, and we need $100 to win. One sure winner, $100. Where are you going, Nicole?
I am, surprise, like I said before, I love those 2-year-old races. And so I am going to race 2 with the number 6, Beauchambeau. It's interesting. Both of the horses that Luis Mendez has in here have interesting 2-year-old pedigrees. I don't love a 2-year-old. He's got 2. He's got One Fine Day and he's got Beauchambeau. One Fine Day, I love Cantharos as a 2-year-old sire, but I really don't like the rail for a 2-year-old first-time starter. Beauchambeau is by Street Boss out of a mare named Parading Lady, and there's some interesting 2-year-old pedigree there. The dam has 4 winners from 6 starters, and out of those 4 winners, 2 of them are debut 2-year-old winners. JKL's Legacy and She's on Parade. So I really do like seeing a horse come in who is already a half sibling to one 2-year-old winner, and this one's got 2. And furthermore, I think the presence of Abel Cedillo in the irons points out Beauchambeau as the A from the barn. So just between the pedigree and thinking that he's the A from a barn who does all right with first-time starters and maiden special weights, I'm rolling in the win pool with the number 6, Beauchambeau, in the second.
Wow. Number 2 is called Phineas, which means oracle. And, man, Nicole's coming like an oracle here. They came up with, I don't know, my own siblings, what they're doing. And she was like, they were like, the sibling and this guy won 2 races. Wow, that's some good information. That's good. Chappie.
Very interesting in this race that a barn that is known for basically only winning with 2-year-olds, especially first-time starters, has 2 of them in here. And a barn that is not known for winning first time out, Keith DeSormo actually has the morning line favorite in there. Very, very odd morning lines. I have not checked the workout reports. But anyways, I digress. Benny, where are we going with our $100 win bet and why?
We're going to head to race 6, I believe, is what I selected. Remember how I butchered this last time? I didn't even know who I did.
It's a big field that you've got the number 45 in there.
You got number 45. This is the biggest field I've ever seen.
Is this the Grand National?
They should have split that race up 4 times.
We're going to go to number 5, Defense Wins. I'm not a big fan of Pratt getting off this horse. I think he's making a mistake, though. I do see some other speed in there to compromise, at least according to my software numbers. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot in there, but I do believe that there is. Defense Wins is so much faster than everybody late. It's frightening. He's like 2 feet per second faster in the last quarter mile. And he had a terrible start last time. I think he stalks today and rolls home. I think he's going to be a short number, but he gets the job done. He's a borderline free square on all of my plays today. So number 5, Defense Wins.
Well, anytime you draw the 45 hole,
Yes.
the stats are outrageously good. So I'm very happy.
You're going to get a clean trip from the bar outside.
He's starting just inside of Clocker's corner.
Nobody's ever lost from that post. Nobody has ever lost.
Undefeated here at Santa Anita from the 45 hole. That's all I can say. We have plenty of stats to back everything up today. Short rest, 45 hole, we can't lose. Go ahead.
That runner, I love that runner. Reminds me of Ivar's, because just a beautiful white horse, and it's always fun to, you always know where Defense Wins is during the course of a race because he stands out as such a beautiful gray, almost white horse, and Defense Wins a lot of basketball games, football games, and we'll see if he can win a horse race today. Nicole, back to you. We got an exacta. You got $100 to work with. What are you doing with it?
I'm actually playing my exacta in the same race 6. Oh. But you say Defense Wins is going to win. I say Defense Wins is going to finish second. I've got the exacta just straight up. Number 7 took charge over the number 5. Defense Wins. Took charge, goes first time for a tag, hasn't run in these starter optional ranks yet before. Had some early trouble when trying turf last time out. Also, you talk about Flavien Prat hopping off Defense Wins. He hops on to Took Charge, which is something I like to see. And he's just been riding lights out for the Peter Miller barn. So I think Took Charge is going to be forward early, going to keep going, and then fill out the exacta with Defense Wins, who very much fits here. But in 14 starts, he's got 1 win, 5 seconds, and 3/3. And Defense Wins has been second in his last 3 starts, including 2 back and 3 back for a claiming tag, last out at the optional 50 level. So I'm going to lean into those second place finishes and do the cold exacta of 7 Took Charge over the 5 Defense Wins.
All right, so they got the 7 over the 45, right?
Yes!
That graphic? Yeah. The graphic was there, the 7 over the 45. Man, we got that's going to be a key runner at 45.
A lot of early money.
That's going to be a key race because they're going against. This is going to be a very key race. Obviously, Pratt does leave that one runner to get on the Took Charge, who was gelded since the last time. So that usually helps a runner run a little bit better. And Peter Miller and Pratt, they do really good work together. Well, that's going to turn out to be a key race, and I'm going to be looking for that 45 box on the outside, Chappie.
From way out,
all eyes are going to be on that 6th.
Nicole obviously going on the offense against Defense Wins there.
Yeah.
She'll be on the front end there.
We're going to take charge. We're going to take charge.
And the 45 should be coming very wide into the lane. So what are we doing with our exact and why, Benny?
So to race 7.
What does the P hat stand for?
The P stands for pro.
Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't. It stands for Puma. It's a golf hat.
Golf hat.
It should stand for pro though. I've got the green color from our website, so maybe I'll just scribble Trip Note on there and we'll make it a Trip Note Pros hat.
I like it. There you go.
Yeah. So let's head to race 7 for my exacta. There's so much speed in here, and there are 2 logical horses. They're going to run 1-2. 1's got a ton of speed. The 3's got a ton of speed. The 6, I don't believe, wants to run this far. Had a nice trip at Santa Anita last time as a puppy 3-year-old. The last time this thing tried routing, got run over by Warren's Showtime. I don't see that being rather the tables being turned on Warren's Showtime with Bella Vita. The 2 is a late running sprinter. This is a free exacta box for me. 5-6. The 6 had his prep last time, or her prep last time. These 2 are going to come rolling home and circle the field and run 1-2. I'm not sure. I actually do believe Pulpit Rider is a little bit better, but I'd rather not play straight 6-5. So I'm just going to try and get some points in what I feel like is a pretty safe exact, if there is one.
Yeah, quite amazing how much speed there is in here, and a lot of horses going 2 turns as well coming out of sprints. So the pace should be wicked fast and set up for the 5 and the 6, Georgie. And we should have a comfortable lead with you guys coming off of your 3-day rest. George?
He's frozen, so he can't hear you.
Oh, I thought he fell asleep. because he looks like one of those old crooners. I thought, are you back, George?
I'm back.
There you are.
Yeah. That race that's a really interesting race. That's a race where the four side runners are all sprinters, and the only real route runners are the two fillies on the outside. So, but you never know. Sometimes one of those sprinters might absolutely love going 2 turns. We just don't know. Maybe Legs Galore loves it, despite it getting the heat. But it certainly looks on paper that they're going to be wanting when the other two is going to be they're going to be reeling. So it's an interesting race. You know what? Now, I heard. Go ahead.
The 45 horse scratched out of there, or would have been super live.
Oh man, the 45 horse is out of there. Boy, that would have been great.
Yeah, that horse has become 1.5 mile races. So too bad the 45 didn't get in there. Sorry, back to you, George.
Yesterday I heard a comment that really bothers me, and I just want to mention it here because yesterday one of the shows there was a handicapper that came on and goes, you can't really make money at Santa Anita. Like today, it looks like another chalk fest. It looks like the chalk's gonna win. You can say that about every track. Every track has a favorite in every race, and if you look at it from that point of view, the favorite's supposed to win every race at Gulfstream. The favorite's supposed to win every race everywhere. And what did the pick 5 paid? What, like $6,700 yesterday? We've seen a number of pick 5s pay thousands and thousands of dollars. There's definitely money to be made at Santa Anita and really at every track. This like, oh, it looks chalky. Every racetrack in the beginning of the day looks chalky because there's a chalk in every race. Definitely there's money to be made at Santa Anita. I love betting Santa Anita. It's my favorite track to bet, not just because I work here, but there's money to be made, Chappie.
I love it. You look like you were giving a sermon today with your suit on, and you're up there.
Say to my people,
use
the hashtag.
That tweet was a reply to a post that I had made about the camera work at Santa Anita. That guy was just a hater, just a little salty, no big deal. I don't even think I bothered replying to him, but whatever. You're right. I mean, making money at the track in general is hard. It doesn't matter where you're at. It's tough to win. Enjoy the game, and maybe we get lucky and make some money while we're at it. That's the way it should be played.
Well said, P. Well said.
Yeah, if you enjoy the game, you can't possibly lose, and I feel like a winner every day. But especially today, I think, Nicole, we feel like winners. So I'm already going to write you down for round 4. We got to pick a date. Anyway, we got a daily double going. That's just going to put that's just gravy on top of the meat and potatoes. Where are you going with the daily double?
I am starting my daily double in race 4, 12.5 claimer, going a mile on the dirt. I got 2 horses in this one. The 12.5, not necessarily the most formful level, so not trying to clock it ice cold. I'm going to use the number 3, Tis Wonderfully, who won last out for 10 after running against much tougher in his last few before that. Looks like he sort of found his friends at this level. Beat pretty well several of the ones that he's facing in here. But again, not the most formful level. So I'm also going to put the number 6, Gotta Be Lucky, in there, just because Gotta Be Lucky is coming first off the Jeff Metz claim, which, not too bad, 13% over the last 3 years. So, does pretty decently, places the horse as well. This 10 to 12, kind of a lateral move. Yeah, he does have to make something up on Tis Wonderfully this time around, but he didn't get the lead in that race, and it looks like a lot of his better efforts have him on or close to the lead, and I think there's a good chance that he does get the lead in this race, especially from that, or she, I'm sorry, that's a mare, especially from that clean outside gate. So I'm going to go 2 deep in this leg with the number 6, Gotta Be Lucky, and the number 3, Tis Wonderfully. And then in race 5, I'm going to go with the number 2, and that is Commander. Yes, number 7, Speedy Justice, the Bob Baffert layoff horse, is probably going to be the chalk. Undefeated in 2 starts. bred fine to stretch out to the 6.5, but 6.5 on the turf doesn't typically get wired at Santa Anita. And number 2, Commander, is an off pace, but not too far off the pace type, who's already won going 6.5 on the grass. At these niche distances, I like to see horses who've already done a little something at the niche distance. And yeah, that win came for 40, but if he can run back to it, and he ran that race off of a freshening, and he's back in off of a little bit of a freshening today, if he can run back to that 2-back race, I think Commander just comes rolling late and pulls the minor upset to close out my daily double.
Looks good. Speedy Justice certainly is going to get a lot of money, and I certainly think can be beat. Commander, I mean, first time Pratt, that angle's won so much this last year or two. When you get first time Pratt, it's just great. Chappie?
Your voice changed there. That was great.
No, is it?
Sound like Bobby Brady.
Too much singing. Too much singing practice. Got to do that honey and lemon tea.
Yeah, I got to get that.
When it's time to change. All right. Benny, if only the old people remember that one. Benny, double, where are we going and why?
We're going to go to race 2, the baby race. It's Mother's Day. I had to go to, I had to call my buddy Michelle Yu. She's the hardest working mother at the racetrack. I knew she watched the baby replays, and to be honest with you, I didn't want to watch because I'm just tired of watching races. So I called Michelle, and she said, I love the Desorma. And she doesn't use the word love very often with me. So I'm going with the number 4 horse, which is actually interesting. I haven't seen Kent ride for his brother this meet. I can't remember that happening, which makes me like it even more. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't done a deep dive on that, but I don't seem to recall Kent riding for Keith. So that was a double up. Is that wrong?
No.
What's going on? What's the alarm for?
Fire alarm here in the building. We're okay.
All right.
Through that. Doesn't
You're
matter.
telling me I was wrong, which I might have been. So I'm going with the number 4 horse in race 2. And then in race 3, I hate usually taking 3-year-olds this time of year. I'm taking both 3-year-olds, the number 3 and the number 4. It is Mother's Day. I'm going to go with Michelle Yu's horse, husband Ryan Hansen, with the number 3 respectfully, who I think is going to be dangerous and forwardly placed. And then I actually do really like the 4 horse, Eddie's New Dream. These 2-year-old numbers are going to improve. She has every right to improve. I think she's run a little bit against a little bit better. I don't actually, even though there are multiple winners, I don't think a whole lot of the 4-year-olds in this race. I think 3 and 4 are going to control the pace, and one of them is going to keep going on with it. Hopefully that 8-pound weight break makes a little difference today.
All right, so a little insight there from Mama Yu, who watched the Desormo workout, and then he's using the 2 3-year-olds in the double. So I like it, Georgie. And that means it comes to time for the new and improved tiebreaker. Right?
Tie-breaking.
Tiebreaker
What we got here?
Oh, I love this.
Spin the wheel.
Oh, this is classic.
Fortune.
Yeah.
Kathy, look at that face.
That is epic. Who made that? That is outstanding.
That was Andrew Arthur, I believe, made that.
Oh, perfect.
And we're going to race 9. Just to let you guys know, the only scratch in there is the 45 is out.
He's out. 45 is out.
Love it.
Who are you taking,
All right.
Benny?
I'm going with Coast of Rhone, based on my own trip note that you can read on the SantaAnita.com/golden hour section of the Santa Anita website. Coast of Rhone's race on February 20th, which was the sprint, doesn't show up, had a very sneaky, poor effort. Had some trouble crossing over the dirt, lost a few lengths, landed it in a very bad in-between spot, and then made a huge brush to the far turn while wide. Got a little bit late, which I didn't mind given the trip. And I think there's some speed in here for him. I had very good trips on several others. So, yeah, Coast of Rhone for me. Big rider upgrade. I know that Georgie's a big Juanito fan. which is good. But I think Rispoli's a little bit better and offers a little bit more as well. So post Ramon for me in the tiebreak, and it's not going to matter because we're both going to hit all our bets, and it's going to come down to an add up.
And real quick, before we get to Nicole, where do they find that info, Benny, for Trip No Pros?
SantaAnita.com, I believe, /Golden Hour. But if you head to the Santa Anita website and just look for the Golden Hour, you can read about all the trip notes for the Golden Hour, which, Georgie missed yesterday, but all he had to do was spend an extra 2 minutes. All it was $3,100.
Just rubbing it in, man.
I missed 2. I was 3 out of 4, and I missed the first leg. So,
ouch.
I had the
$8 ticket.
I had the 78. The 8 looked like it was gone. I can't believe the 8 lost. And here comes this 10 out of nowhere, 15-1, and just kind of stuck his tongue out at me as he crossed the line. And it was sad. Anyway,
you should have read the notes, George, as he went by.
Yeah. You should have gone to TPN, right? TNP. Whatever.
Good try, though.
The P is throwing me off. All right, you got second choice. Where are you going for the tiebreaker, Nicole?
I sound like a broken record. Flavian Prat this and Flavian Prat that. But the number 10 City Rage does have Flavian Prat in the irons. With these 6.5 furlong races, like I said earlier, I like horses who like the 6.5 furlong distance. City Rage has been good in the 3 starts this year, going either 6 or 6.5. A win at 6.5, a couple of seconds at 6.5 and 6. He wired it 2 back, but he's also run some darn good races and even some winning races from just off the pace. So I think he's got the versatility to handle that outside post. So in our tiebreaker race, race 9, it is the number 10 City Rage for me.
10 City Rage with the leading rider, Flavian Prat. The second leading rider is Juanito Hernandez, who's ahead of Umberto Rispoli, just so you know.
Hey, I don't know why you're yelling at me. I like
better. And
tough we're going. George is always he's anti-Benny all the time.
He's angry. He's angry.
He's angry. I've got there is a sneaky horse in there if you're playing the Golden Hour. The 6 horse is sneaky, so don't sleep on him if you're playing the pick 4. I'll let you read those notes later, but that one's a little bit sneaky. In a head-to-head situation, I'm gonna side with my 8 at 4-1, but
see, George,
don't sleep on the 6.
Even though you just ripped on him, he's giving you a little tidbit of information so you don't screw up like yesterday. That's how Benny is from TNP.
Now, great. Now I'm forced to add in another horse. It's going to cost me another $35 in the pick 6. Great, fantastic. All right. Hey,
it might make you 10 times. That horse is 20-1, and
yeah, it might.
It'll
be 10 times.
Eliminated at the start, token ride, massive gallop out.
Thank you, Benny.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Once again, I want to remind anybody who comes to the track, we love to have you here at the track. Take a picture of yourself. Put it on social media with the hashtag Mother's Day 2021. We're going to pick a winner after race 2, at least one winner, maybe more than one winner. And you'll get a VIP tour with Iggy Puglisi. It's going to be a great Mother's Day. And thanks for being here at Santa Anita. Chappie, any last words?
Yeah, I had a great time today, guys. Thanks so much. 3 days rest, Nicole. Benny, well done. And remember, today,
good luck from the 45 hole.
Bet the 45 horse. Happy Mother's Day.
Good luck, Nicole. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.